Hey, this is Bob Parsons. We're going to be looking at chromatic chord movements, and we're going to pick on the key of E. And let me move the camera to focus on the guitar neck. Let's take this E chord here at the 7th fret, and E7, F sharp minor 7, B flat 7, B flat diminished, and of course the diminished chord, any one of those notes could be the root of the chord. We've got G, you want to look at it as G, that's fine, but I'm looking at that B flat there. And then we split that diminished chord, keep this guy constant, first finger constant and barred, and those three move up a half step. What we end up with is a 7th chord, an E7, and you have E here, it's 7, it's 5, and it's 3rd right there. So that's kind of the formula for everything we'll be doing. Starts out with an E chord, goes to the minor 2nd, we have a diminished chord based on the flatted 5th or the minor 3rd, and then we finish up with another 7th chord of the scale that we're in. Here's another way to look at this. On the back side of this E chord, back side of this E, little hideaway chord from Freddie King, and it moves, it voices those same notes. There's a handy little chord here. There's a 7th, the 9, the 5, and the 1, and that chord I use quite often. You move it up a whole step, just as we look at this chord. Let's deviate for a second. You move it up a whole step, and you have an E, 13, 9. So it becomes a 9th chord there and a 9th chord there, and you just do the math because that chord really moves nicely in whole tone movements. So anyway, I'm the world's worst rabbit trailer. Anyway, let's take this chord movement in a D shape as we work down the neck. We've got an E chord, F minor, a diminished, and another 7th chord, which we can call an E7. It's actually like a G7, but if you move the dominant 7 chord like a diminished, you'll end up with an E7 here. If you don't like that, you want a real E7, then do this. E, F sharp minor, the diminished, B flat diminished, and E7 there. That voices that note. So we let's move up to this E shape here. E or E7, F sharp minor 7, a diminished chord, there's the minor 3rd, and trust me, there's a B flat in there somewhere, there we go, B flat under the pinky. Spread those out, and you have an E7 over G sharp. Let me play for you a little blues. I call it Why'd You Go and Knock Me Out Like That? And it uses these chord movements. chorus. Uses that first look we did there, because we got an A chord. Back to the E. So you can use it in the progression to spice things up, or it can be used as a nice ending. If you were just vamping along, saying to keep A, go to the 4 chord. Use it as a turnaround, or you can use it as an ending. So it's pretty handy to use these chord movements, and I use them all the time. Hope you enjoy.